Okay, so today's Rambam is about growing a beard and having payas. So the first mitzvah of today's Rambam is that you have to have two payas on the side of your head, over here and over here. The reason why this is part of the laws of idol worship is because idol worshippers, especially their priests, used to actually shave specifically their beard and their sides, straight. So therefore, you have to leave. It says 46 years here on this side and 46 on the other side. Something people don't know: the main avera, the prohibition, is not to shave it, but the person should, not that the person should shave it off his head, but the barber shouldn't shave it off the person's head. So a woman, of course, doesn't have the mitzvah of having payot, but she can't, if she's a barber, shave the payot. The same thing with any barber. So she can't. Every mitzvah, any mitzvah of prohibition, every sin, a woman must keep. Besides two, one is that the wife of a Kohen can go to a graveyard. That prohibition they could do. And the second one is this one. They're allowed to. It says in Torah you should not cut the sides of your face, and a woman is allowed to. Besides that, every mitzvah that a woman, any sin for a man, is equal for a woman. Besides these two, the size is. It says you can't. So it says you have to have 46 hairs, and you can't shave it with over here. You can't shave it with a razor. You can cut it with scissors. So therefore, what they do is you go with it by the barber. You go up to here with the razor, and the rest over here you cut with the scissors. That way, it's like this. Some people really don't. Some people are very machmir and they don't get close. But the halacha is you can go up to here with the razor, and then you cut over here with the scissors, and then from here starts the beard. So what it says in the Rambam that according to the Torah, you can't shave your beard, but with a razor. With the scissors, it's not. It's maybe it's from the rabbis, but not from the Torah. There's 5 parts to your beard. There's 1, 2, over here, these 2 parts, 3, 4, and 5. Each one is a separate. This is the payas. So there's 7 parts to your face. There's the 2 payas, then the 5 parts to your beard, and each one is a separate avera, a separate sin. Someone which we don't know if he's a man or a woman, not because of his feelings, but because physically we don't know. There's a certain situation. It's called a tumtum and a diagnosis. So they have to keep these laws because we don't know. It says, I made a mistake, sorry, 40 years, not 46, 40 years, and you're allowed to do it with scissors and not with a shaver. The mustache. So according to the Torah, there is no problem shaving the mustache, but it's not a Jewish tradition to shave the mustache, only the amount that covers your lips, in order that it shouldn't stop the food. The Chassidim don't do it. The Rebbe didn't shave his mustache. Yes, that's true. Now, forget about your beard. There's also other parts of your body which have hair. If it's not the custom for men in that place to shave it, then it is also midrabanan. The rabbi said you are not allowed to shave because this is the ways of women. We come to the next 2 mitzvahs. A woman can wear man clothes, and men can't wear women clothes. Today it's a very controversial topic. So for costumes, there might be a debate, but I'm sure it's better not to wear women or men clothes, whatever you are.
Why? Who said you're not allowed to
You're
shave?
also not allowed to paint. You're also not allowed to paint your beard if your hair is white. So you're not allowed to dye your hair. And it doesn't even give it, and the Rambam doesn't even give an example. The Rambam doesn't give an exam even for somebody.
You can make the book job.
Even for somebody which it's in general when it comes to clothes and on shaving and everything, in your armpit, the Rambam says it depends the custom of the place. What do men do? What do women do? When it comes to a dyeing your hair, it seems like according to the Rambam, there's no loophole to dye your hair. The next avera, the next sin is making a tattoo. Everybody agrees today that a tattoo is not so respectful. It is you're not allowed to make a tattoo, and the reason why, the logical reason, is because the idol worshippers used to serve their idol by tattooing their idol on their body. Yes. What happens if somebody, there's two, when you make the tattoo, the Rambam says you carve in the arm and then you fill it with ink. So it says if you carve but you didn't, if you made a carving in your arm but you didn't fill it with ink, or you do the opposite, you did with ink but you didn't carve with your arm, it's patur. The Torah does not consider it a sin. And again, this is the same thing. Whose sin is it? It's not the sin. It's mainly the person which is making the tattoo, not the person which the tattoo is on him. The main thing is for the person making that tattoo. Another that's a problem. Another sin that we have today in today's Rambam is scratching, making cuts on yourself. The idol worshippers used to cut on themselves when their relatives used to pass away. They used to make cuts on their body, and this thing, unfortunately, also people do today. And you're not allowed to destroy your body in any way, especially through making cuts on your body. Connected to this sin, this avera, there's another avera, that there shouldn't be two Jewish courts in one city, and each one does their own minhag. Apparently today there's a heter for the fact that there's Ashkenazi and Sephardi, but in the Rambam it says that all the rabbis in the city need to agree. The next sin of today, the avera of today, the prohibition is not to shave your head, pull your hairs out. When a loved one dies, the custom of the idol worshippers was to rip, and every single time you rip, every rip is a sin for itself. If somebody rips his clothes and rips his hair, for something bad that happens besides a death of a loved one, he's patur. It's not a sin according to the Torah. And he only gets malchus, he only gets punished if he rips his hair for a loved one that passes away. However, until now I'm saying that someone which is doing the tattoo, someone which is shaving the hair, somebody which is pulling out the hair, all these things is the person doing it, not the person that's being done to. However, if the person that's being done to helps the process, he also is considered an avera and a prohibition in the Torah. So of course, if you're doing it to yourself, of course it is a sin. And therefore we know from today's Rambam, you can't get tattoos, you can't rip your hair out, you can't make yourself have cuts, you should not shave with a razor, and you should not either shave your payas with a razor. If someone feels that this is too hard, obviously try your best. Every day add one mitzvah, or every month or week, or every step of your life, and eventually you'll be doing all the 613 mitzvahs and all the commandments and all the customs. Just little by little, you'll get to the end. See everyone tomorrow.